is Megan Sarah, and this is my first video about my bullet journal. I started bullet journaling in July. I bought my bullet journal in June, and I started using it in July, and I've been doing it ever since, and I absolutely love it. I fell in love with it, and I decided to go ahead and get a traveler's notebook. And I looked around at a bunch of different options, and I decided that I wanted this one from Galen leather. It came, let's see, I have these things here. It came with a coupon, a evil eye, which I keep up here on my cork board, which is also the story of how they started, and then just a letter about their leather, how to care and clean with it, and who made it, and the color, which is, I got the pink, obviously. It was made the 3rd of October 2017, and it's a brother and sister that make them, and mine was made by the brother. So, this is the, and I'm sure I say it wrong, I don't know, but this is the Leuchtturm 1917 Traveler's Notebook cover from Galen leather. And so this is the outside of it, obviously. This is the pink. I was deciding between the pink and the mustard because my business colors are pink, mustard, and teal. And I decided to go with the pink because it's a little different for me. I'm not normally like a big pink person, but I loved it. I thought it was such a really very pretty pink. It's hand stitched around the sides. It has this nice thick elastic band here to keep it closed. Mine has these elastics here, but I added that after the fact. I purchased a leather wheel, like leather punch wheel thing from Michael's, and it was like $9, I think, and then we used the coupon for Michael's, and it was like $5 or $6. So not too bad. And now I have it for if I ever need to do anything with my traveler's notebook, or if I get other traveler's notebooks or whatever. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. And then this is the back, and it's just blank, and it's starting to get just a little bit of wear, and I'm really excited. I can't wait for it to really just kind of get that nice like worn weather look and just become mine. I think that that's part of the joy of having these, is kind of growing with it and having it just show your life kind of in the wear of it. Most traveler's notebooks with their binding, they go that way, but this one actually goes over the spine, so that's how you open it. And then this is on the back, and it doesn't, I mean, it's not too super slack or anything, so it doesn't look silly when it's not bound. And this is what mine looks like before you open it. And so this is what the inside it looks like. It has this little band here that doesn't really go anywhere. And then there's 2 pockets down here that you would normally use for like driver's license, debit cards, that kind of thing, maybe insurance cards. I don't use it for that because I have a little wallet on my keys that I keep all that stuff in, and if I don't keep it on my keys, I never know where it is, and I'm a disaster. So I have put my business cards in here, 3x5 cards, because I am a master's student. I'm working on my master's degree in middle school education, so I spend most of my days in a classroom as a student or as a student teacher. I have my Tombow mono drawing pen, and right now I have the 1 in here because I was using it, but normally I keep my 3 in my traveler's notebook and I keep the 1 and the 5 in my pen case, but right now I have the 1 in here. And then this is, and that was I just bought from Tombow's website, by the way. It was a 3-pack. It came with a 1, a 3, and a 5. And I actually use all 3 of them, so I would suggest just getting all 3. This is a Bic, just a regular mechanical pencil that I keep in here that I do all my tracing with for my layouts and stuff like that. This is a Lamy Safari Petrol. This is where I keep my black ink, which my husband and I both have fountain pens, and we use Noodler's black for our black, and I love it. It's a great ink. It's a great pen. I started my pen experience with a Pilot, and I liked the Pilot, but it writes very thin. It writes much thinner than the Lamy, and I learned that I prefer a wetter pen. So I keep my Pilots inked, but they are in my pen bag, my pen marker bag, and they're not in here. And then back here, well, actually here, let me show you this. There's like a little pocket back here. So this whole big thing is a pocket, and you can keep anything you want in there, really. I kept traveler's notebooks in these, traveler's inserts in these pockets before I added the elastic here. And then there's another large band for your Leuchtturm bullet journal, and I used to use that until I added the elastic, and now I just have my book in here in one of my elastics. So it's just, I like it like that for now. I'm actually planning to switch from my Leuchtturm to a Rhodia soft cover. I think it might work a little better with the inserts, so I'm going to try that. I should be done with my journal. I think by the, like, with the rate I've been filling it up, I think I'm gonna move into a new journal in November. So I'm planning on getting a Rhodia before that, and I can't settle on a color, of course. So I'm trying to decide what to do there. I added, let's see if you guys can see this, I added 4 elastics up here. So I have an insert on each one, and I have 2 inserts on, no, I have 2 inserts on 2 of them. And then I have these 2 inserts on the 3rd one, and I have my bullet journal on the 4th one. These are dashboards that I made. I enjoy being crafty, I enjoy being creative, and that's one of the reasons I really like bullet journaling, is because with my kids and my husband and my business and going to school and getting my experience hours in, I don't really have a way to get my creative juices out as much as I used to, so I really like finding ways to do that in my bullet journal. So this is my first dashboard. I just went to a couple places today, Hobby Lobby and a little scrapbook store we have around here. That's just a local one, and I think that's it. Just those 2 places today. But then I had some stuff that I've had forever. Like this is ladybugs from when my daughter was born, and she's almost 8, so I've had them forever. And then you'll see I have these little coffee cups on all of my dashboards, because the name of my business is Coffee and Cardies, so I really like just kind of using coffee cups wherever I find a place for them. I have actually these cute little coffee paper clips that I try to find places for. So this is my first dashboard, and I just made these by cutting a 5.5 by 8 2 pieces of the scrapbook paper, 5.5 by 8. And then I put them together with about, I think like probably 1/4 of an inch between them, and laminated them, and then just cut off the top and the bottom because I have the laminated paper I have was like the perfect size this way. And it worked out really well. I didn't round the corners on the first one, and I did on the rest, and I really like the rounded look. And my inserts I actually used a free dot grid from the internet. I will link where I got that, and it worked okay. The only issue I had was because I used 8.5 by 11 paper because I didn't have any A5, and cutting it down and trying to make the notebooks all the same size and trying to cut them down to A5 size was really difficult. So I don't think, I'm not planning on using that method again. I actually purchased the Boho Berry papery printable traveler's notebook inserts, and I'm purchased some A5 paper from Amazon, and it is back ordered, so I'm waiting for that to ship. I think it said it should be here like the 20th, so we'll see. But I made this cover. The cover is just cardstock, and I made it on my silhouette. I love silhouette. It's amazing. Even if you don't have an actual silhouette, I think you can still use the software, and you can do things like this. So it's definitely worth looking into if you like to make your own kind of stuff like this. And then I left some of my inserts blank on the front so that I could draw in them and color with my markers and stuff. This first insert, says Teacher's Gonna Teach, is all about my classes that I'm taking at my university, different classes, my assignments that I still have to do, grades, and then I left like a spot for notes for anything. And then there's a couple pages here at the back that I'm planning on using when I do my field experience next semester, because my schedule is going to be kind of irregular and I want to keep track of appointments and different parts of my final project that I have to turn in to get my license and that kind of stuff. So that's why there's some extra pages there. This is the back of my first dashboard. It has this cute little Winnie the Pooh honey deal on it. And you will see like these when I use these 3-dimensional ones, it kind of like would make a crinkle or whatever in the laminate, but I didn't really care too much because I think it's super cute still, and it was just for me. This is like Winnie the Pooh cardstock paper that I bought a few years ago, but I'm sure the pack is still available. And just some stickers I got. Another 3-dimensional sticker, coffee cup. There's bees on the inside. This is one that I made on Silhouette too. It's a mandala, and I left it empty so I could draw it in. And I started drawing it in, and obviously I haven't finished yet. But this notebook is for my like actual teaching ideas and stuff like that. So this is long-term projects. I'm starting a teaching binder right now where I'm going to start going through all of my notes from all of my classes and taking the ideas that I really loved and actually like printing them out and putting them in a binder, or taking ideas from my field experiences and putting them in a binder. This is teaching ideas. I did it while I was doing something else, totally spelled ideas wrong. So I'm planning on like putting a little thing over here making fun of myself. So these are some ideas that I've had lately come up that I want to remember and add to that binder. These are some books to read. One of my friends from my university told me to read Refugee. My husband bought me The Outsiders, and I've still never read it, which is kind of terrible for somebody who's going to be a middle school English teacher. So I'm planning on doing that soon. And these are some short stories that the kids in my field experience read this week. This is the things I'm trying to study for the IELTS exam for middle school English teachers that I have to take very soon. Here's the back of that dashboard and the front of another. And you can get like little pockets to put on these so you can put stuff in them. And I am planning on doing that. But before I do that, I want to check if I can maybe make my own. Really like making my own stuff as much as I can, just because it's cheaper, it's more economic, and again, I think it's fun. I think it's really special to have something that you made yourself. I think it kind of gives a little bit more of a personal touch to it. This is going to be my business insert. There's nothing in it yet, but I'm planning on using, I have a little computer in here because my business is online, so I am planning on using this for tracking my social media, tracking my goals, things like that. And then I'm trying to start using my YouTube channel more, and I'm considering trying to actually start blogging. We'll see. I have lofty goals and not a ton of time, so some things happen and some things don't. This is ribbon. I have some over here because I cut it to make bows, to make bow paper clips. So I'm working on that as well right now. And then I think this might be my favorite coffee cup. It's super cute. It has it has a little mustache, and it says my journal, and then it's got the cute like buffalo plaid on the back of it. It's really just adorable, really very fall-y. And then this one is going to be our budget insert. We have a budget online. In Excel, like that's how we track it most of the time, but sometimes I want to adjust it or check on things, and it will be nice to have it kind of at my fingertips as well. So I'm just planning on doing like a monthly tracker of like what our goals are and like what the budget is at the beginning of the month, and then I can kind of make adjustments as necessary in here and then adjust them on the Excel spreadsheet. So this is my bullet journal. Like I said, it's a Leuchtturm 1917. It's the official bullet journal notebook, the bullet journal version of this notebook. It says use your words to inspire on the front in the vinyl that I cut out. I did a vinyl mandala, and then I just put that on the front. It can be kind of hard to read it, but I like it. I love it. I love writing, so it really kind of reminds me that words have strength and that I should be careful with mine as well. So this is my bullet journal. Like I said, I've been bullet journaling since July, and I love it. It just helps me so much with the chaos. I really struggle to keep things consistent. And then I made these little paper clip things today. These are like a resin, I think, like resin flowers. I thought they were kind of perfect, and they work really well. The only issue I'm having is that I only have these little paper clips, and I have these giant paper clips. So I need to get some like medium-sized paper clips, because these just don't really stick enough, and that happens. So like I have this one here because this is my October work schedule, so it's just like my at a glance schedule for work. This is my October spread, my gratitude log, homework, those kind of things. So let's see. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, these are different things. It's my daily from today, and I use the tracker from Bogo Berry, obviously, and this is my little floral thing for my dailies. And like I said, I need to put a bigger thing on there. So this is about what I have left, and with the rate I'm going to fill that up by the end of the month. So I will be moving into a Rhodia soft cover, like I said. So I'm looking for one of those right now. And I made this pen loop on the back. I have the pen loop that came with the Traveler's Notebook here. It comes right there. You can't move it. So I have that one here with my Lamy Safari, and then I keep my Lamy All-Star back here. I use this pen for almost everything, honestly. I absolutely love it. I'm constantly refilling it because I use it just like obsessively because the ink is so gorgeous. And this is nothing at all fancy, like at all. It's not even cute, guys. So it's literally just one of those clips with hot glue and elastic on it, but it gets the job done. I'm thinking about like putting something on it to make it cuter or whatever, but we'll see. Really, I just needed another spot for a fountain pen, and I couldn't really put it here because it just makes it so bulky to put a fountain pen there. So that is my Galen leather setup for my traveler's notebook. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I have all these ideas for things I want to do with it, starting with getting a floral charm, and I can't decide if I want to put it over here or over here, but I'm planning on getting one at the Fur and You stocking. It was supposed to be tonight, but it's been pushed back to Sunday night, so I'm hoping I can get one there. And I will add that to my bullet journal, and I will be adding a lot of different things, I'm sure. So if you like this video, if you'd like to subscribe, please do that. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'm very new to this, so if you have any suggestions, you can also leave those below. Or if you know of any channels I should be following, leave those below. I'm obsessively on YouTube all of the time watching people talk about their bullet journals, talk about their traveler's notebooks, talk about making dashboards. I just love it so much. I love this community, and I just wanted to add a little bit of what I've been doing back to it since it's been so useful for me. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.